What's going on, YouTube? So this video is going to be entitled Tree Shakers. Don't let that title throw you off, man. I know it's crazy, but let's start the video and I got you.
Dude, it's ugly boy, dude, it's ugly boy, dude, it's ugly boy, dude, it's ugly boy beats.
Let's make the long story short. The reason why it's called the Tree Shaker is because a lot of times we run into problems, and in order to get those problems solved, you have to go through proper channels in order so that those people can help you. Because at a lot of times problems can be handled at the lowest level possible. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just me and you having a conversation and you agree I owe you $1, and for some reason I feel like I shouldn't give you that $1 even though I owe it to you. And so we have to go through all of these things and get sued and go to the courts in order for me to give you $1. But if I just gave you $1, everything would have been good. Now, what do I mean by tree shakers? So people who are in places, a position who you require them to do something for you, but they don't want to do it for whatever reason. So you have to go to their boss and their boss and then their boss and then their boss because you know you're right. You have documentation backing you up. You have the black and white. You have it all laid out in a nice folder saying, here you go. This is my proof that I'm right, and they still say you're wrong. And so this is where shaking that tree comes into play, because then you have to go find their boss to tell them what to do. Now, sometimes that works good and sometimes that works bad. Now, the analogy comes into this. When you shake that tree, you will get what you want. But it's also some things that you don't want may fall, and you really have to pay attention to that, because a lot of people think just because they're right and they go through the proper channels and they do what they got to do, everything will be good and everybody will be on their side. Sometimes it works that way and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm in that situation right now because I don't want people to be like, oh man, I'm just going behind their backs and stuff like that. But if people just interpret things the way I interpret it after I provided them information with black and white and proof of documentation, you would think everything would be smooth. Now, flip side of that, what if it was some information that I didn't know, and how would I operate in that area? Now, sometimes, especially in the military, people cannot tell you all the information because it's something called a need to know. Everybody has different security clearances. Just because me and you have the same security clearance, if you don't have the need to know for that particular information, then I'm not obligated to tell you. And a lot of times, even legally, I'm not able to tell you. So you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes it's information that you don't know because they're not even able to tell you. So how would you find that out? You just ask. You just be like, is there something legally preventing you from telling me this? And if it is, then fine, you leave it alone and you go about your business. However, in my situation, it's more so of, if you're telling me I'm wrong, may you please provide documentation to show me and educate me on this topic, because maybe it's something I missed. Again, back to the tree shaker analogy. I just know for a fact, or at least I got that gut feeling that something might fall from the tree that I'm not expecting. So I might get what I want, and if I get what I want, great, but I'll have to deal with those consequences and repercussions of getting what I want and how I got what I wanted. Hopefully this all makes sense to you, because as you go through life and as you go through these different types of military avenues, it's going to be people that's going to put roadblocks in your face, and it's going to decide how bad you really want it. And that's where your perseverance comes into play. You got to really persevere mentally, physically, and emotionally, because if you really want something, you will go through the proper channels to get it, and you will actually wait. You will even wait. You'll be patient until the opening happens again, and then you will go ahead and resubmit. I honestly think people just trying to see how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? And once people start to see how bad you really want whatever you're going for, and you are right, believe that if you are right, the right people will say you're right as well, just because you have the documentation backing you up. So wrap it up. If you're right and you have documentation, always bring that proof. And if you feel like the situation is escalating to a point where it's out of your control, don't argue, don't fight with them. Go get somebody above them to handle the situation. Man, remember this, the best war won is the war you didn't even have to fight. All in all, YouTube, man, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I see the subscribers going up. Y'all are sharing the videos. We had 180 today. More concerned of my consistency of me posting these videos, so I am very proud of this channel. Make sure you hit a like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and keep sharing the videos. And if these videos are helping you, just let me know, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.